Hello and welcome to the Healthy Moving Podcast, the show all about helping you to exercise less, but move more so that you can feel better. I am your healthy moving enthusiast, Jen Hoffman from stayathomeyoga.com. In today's episode, we are talking about the power of your thoughts. This is the ground floor, the foundation, friends. If we want to really improve our health, we have to think differently. This is actually the first in a two-part series all about changing how we think. And then I'll wrap up the episode with an awesome listener question coming all the way from Vienna, Austria. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a fun show. Let's get started. Have you heard? Your thoughts are important. What and how you think may be one of the greatest influences on your experience of life. Norman Vincent Peale said, "Change your thoughts and you change your world." Gandhi said, "A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes." And Proverbs 4:23 says, "Be careful how you think. Your life is shaped by your thoughts." I have a theory. I haven't done a double-blind study on this, but I've noticed something in my nearly 15 years in the health and wellness industry. The people who are the most successful at actually improving their health, they think differently. See, almost everyone I know would like to feel better in his or her body, and most of them are trying. Pretty hard, in fact. They invest significant amounts of time and money into improving their health. But actual change remains elusive, and I think I know why. If we want to feel better in our body, we first have to think differently. Specifically, we have to change how we think about two things. I'm going to tell you the first thing in this episode, and then you'll have to tune in again next week for the other one. If you want to feel better in your body and improve your health, you have to think differently about your body. I know what you're thinking. I'll feel better about my body when, and you can fill in the blank, when I lose some weight, when this back pain goes away, when I can sleep better at night. What if I told you that the best chance you have for losing that weight, relieving your back pain, sleeping better, or alleviating any other health concern you have right now is to first feel better about your body? And guess what else? If you don't currently think your body is pretty darn amazing, you don't know very much about it. So get to know it. Pursue activities that help you reestablish your mind-body connection. Study your human machine. Learn the miraculous and awe-inspiring ways it functions and adapts and copes. Keep a body gratitude journal. I started asking stay-at-home yoga members to pause every Friday and take note of something wonderful they discovered about their body during the week. Last week, I got an email from a student who told me she could barely type because she was sobbing. She said she suffered from a poor body image for many years and that it's caused her to really avoid mirrors, specifically full body mirrors. Well, the Friday moment of body appreciation had motivated her to head to the mirror on the back of her closet door. She said she was sobbing because when she looked in the mirror, what she saw was an amazing, hard-working, beautiful body. I can barely tell you that story without sobbing myself. You can't fake this. You have to actually see it. Believe it. Think it. Your body is amazing. Thinking differently about your body is the first step toward improving how you feel in it. If you need help with this, head on over to stayathomeyoga.com/support. Join our next challenge group. I'm passionate about helping you feel better in your body so that your health doesn't keep you from doing the work you were built to do. All right, next up, this week's question and answer. This week's question comes from Michelle in Vienna, Austria. Michelle has been working on improving her alignment, specifically starting with the alignment of her feet and knees. She's been pointing her feet straight ahead and having the outside edges of the feet be parallel to one another. And also she's been working on aligning her knees, which for most people requires a little bit of external rotation of the thighs so that the knees point straight ahead. As Michelle has been working on this, she's discovered that one of her hips is higher than the other. She wrote to me asking if I could suggest some stay-at-home yoga videos to help her realign her hips. I was, of course, more than happy to do that, and you can check out the links that I gave to Michelle over in the show notes for episode 1 at healthymovingpodcast.com. But what I want to talk about today is something else that I pointed out to Michelle. And that is that our bodies adapt to the positions we're in when we're not moving and the way we move the majority of the time. That means that if we spend a few minutes every day doing corrective exercises, but then we spend the rest of our day in these kind of movement habits that undo that work, we won't really affect lasting change. So what I encouraged Michelle to do and what I encourage you to do is to go on a bit of a scavenger hunt. And this is particularly useful when you notice an asymmetry in the body, a difference between the right and the left side of your body, is to look at your day and specifically look at how your body is positioned throughout the day. Are you doing something to one side of your body that you're not doing to the other? When there's a misalignment in the hips, I suggested to Michelle that she look at, is she crossing one leg over the other all the time while she's sitting? Or is she sleeping on one side and having the top leg draped over? Or maybe she's spending a lot of time in the car, which requires the right leg and hip to be forward of the left. Now, whether it's your hips or not, whether you're discovering this in a specific part of your body or you just notice a general difference between the strengths on the two sides of the body, it's really important to note what you're doing all day long that contributes to that and to see if you can provide some balance. This morning, as I was wiping down the counters after serving breakfast to my family, I realized I always wipe the counters with my right hand. So I moved the rag to my left hand and began to wipe. It was quite a bit more challenging and it did take a little bit longer. But it's those little changes that we make that can help bring a balance between the right and the left side of our body that is essential for our health and well-being. So do a little exploration this week. Notice how you're moving. Notice what you can do differently to allow a more evenness between the right and the left side of your body. Have fun with it. I want to once again make sure you know I appreciate you so much for listening. If you enjoyed the show and found this helpful, please head over to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and review. You can find the show notes and links to join me every month for a free live class over at healthymovingpodcast.com. And if you have a question you'd like me to answer on air, or maybe you want to tell me about your healthy moving journey, call me at 201-580-MOVE, or just click the Leave Me a Message link in the show notes. It would absolutely make my heart so happy to hear from you. As always, help me start a healthy moving revolution. Tell your friends about the show. There's Facebook and Twitter links right on the site to make it super easy for you. I am so grateful for you. Have an amazing week and keep moving, friends.